everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man on the so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. Man, get out of here. You already see what it is. Gotta shout out my dynamic co-host, Janae Strother, a little under the weather. We're praying it ain't anything too serious. But, yo, she will be back with you soon. But I have to shout out my guy that's filling in. My dude. Oh, look at him, man. Come on now. Come on. Jarrod Harmon is in the building. What up, man?
What's going on, Sean? What's going on? Let's Talk Football family. What up?
Ha, ha. Let's go.
Yeah.
Doing that thing, man. Glad to have you. And look, hey,
Yeah.
even though what might have happened last night, it's still Dallas week, okay? Let's go.
Y'all
We
want
put y'all.
you want them again? Okay.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right.
On a side note, Washington is holding open tryouts. All you have to have is have a physical, and you'll be ready to go.
Woo. And I tell you what, man, this the fans. This how the Cowboys fans gonna be watching it around y'all. We'll be just like this.
Oh my God.
Way over there. Hey?
Oh. Ain't nobody thinking about y'all, man. Hey, man, how you been though, man? Christmas season, holiday season. How's everything going for you, Jarrod?
Man, look, love Christmas season. One of the best times of the year. Positive vibes, Santa, Jesus, the game. It's all good. I love it, man.
All together. I absolutely love it. And ladies and gentlemen, hey, what makes it more exciting, we're dealing with it this year. We dealt with it last year. Meaningful games in December. Both of us are in the hunt. Some of us a little higher up there than others. Hey, everybody need a miracle. Ready as I can be. We need one, baby.
Like in the hunt, like I think it's more like we ordered DoorDash and our food is right there. We can go get it, and you still in line. Like that's what I got. I don't know about like in the hunt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
we're currently on the outside looking in.
Y'all way outside looking in about now. Y'all are window shopping. Okay,
yes, we definitely are. If you have not seen, ladies and gentlemen, we got played with barely anybody yesterday, but put up a good fight. Put up a quick 10 early, but couldn't hold off the running game of the Eagles. They definitely dominated over 175 yards on the ground, and they took my guys out 27-17 in a Tuesday game that was rescheduled. Something we're going to talk about a little bit later, COVID and how that's played a major factor this year, man. But hey, real quick, what we do. We start the show. Got to shout out our birthdays. Got to shout out two people that are real close. One of my guys, my dudes, guy, I've worked with him since I think like 2004 back at the YMCA. Cameron Pazuki, my guy Casey. That's my dude. Got two beautiful little girls that he's taking care of, dominating the game, doing his thing. So, shout out to you, Casey, man. You my dude. I holler at you the other day, man. It was pretty dope. And one other person, got to shout out from Chicago, Illinois. This man used to be a photographer in the days of Michael Jordan, and it was taking the pictures at the United Center, all those things in Chicago at that time. Brian Carpenter, happy birthday to you, man. I'm so glad to know you and to have hung out with you. Hopefully I'll be able to get back out there to Chicago, man. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and everything. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got to go ahead and get into this thing. Jarrod, are you ready? I see your face. You seem like you ready to go.
I'm been ready. Let's go.
So look, hey, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time of the year it is. You absolutely know what time of the year it is. It's that time of the year where we ask that age-old question.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
That especially rings true for my football team. We just hope we can win a game. But Jarrod, before we get into that, let's go ahead and go with what we know. Everything is kind of up in the air. But in a segment I like to make called the less fortunate, there are several teams that have been eliminated. Jarrod, the Lions at 2-11-1, the Giants at 4-10, Jacksonville 2-12, the Jets at 3-11, the Texans, we know all their issues, and Chicago. Seattle and Carolina are technically on the bubble, but they're borderline already out of it. So, what these teams, man? What are you thinking about them, man?
You know, it's got to especially hurt this year because they added an extra playoff team. Mm-hmm. So they gave you extra credit, and y'all still couldn't get it done. You know what I mean? And I'm glad it's not my team, obviously. The Lions, but there's a heart story here though with the Lions. Okay, yes. I feel the Lions. Okay, they was on the train to just and whatever you want to call it. Okay, even after the season, they would have lost two out of that. That's how bad they were playing. Okay?
right.
How bad the luck was. Like they were going to lose even outside in life. Okay, so to get that win and then to get another win against the Cardinals. I hope we can talk about that, Sean. Okay, because that's an unspeakable loss, but we won't get into that now. I feel like the Lions actually under Dan Campbell will learn from this season and actually be driven to some type of success next year. I don't know if that means getting, maybe 2 or 3 more wins or being competitive, but they will definitely be better than they were next year, just off of sheer, it will not happen again type vibes. The Giants, the Giants need to shake it up. They need to shake up the GM. Daniel Jones, I think they got a little something there, but he's got to play better as far as turning the ball over. And for me, I would trade Saquon Barkley. See what I
actually heard. I heard somebody say that just for his interest, as much as he gets hurt, and all that draft capital, all that you gave up to get him, and all that. You might just need to see leverage what you can get. I mean, he hasn't proven that he can be on the field right now, and how forever great he is, you can really get a lot of stuff back just by him being in there. By using it. Go ahead.
I believe so. I would definitely try to do that. The Jags, we already know that's a dumpster fire, but they ripped the Band-Aid off.
They did. Miles gone.
They can get started on next year early. The Texans, I feel the same way, but I mean, they're going to rock with Davis Mills. They give these vibes that they're going to try to go organic with that. It's not a big draft.
Look, with the Jags and the Texans, I think I see 2 different things. We all know what happened, the whole Deshaun. We talked about it. You and I talked about it. The Deshaun Watson situation and everything. But like you said, Davis Mills, Rex Burkhead is over there. You got guys that are still trying to play and make the best of a terrible situation. Jacksonville, just outside of Trevor Lawrence and James Robinson, maybe. I mean, I don't have any faith in it.
Well, I'll tell you this. The difference between the 2 teams is this. With the Texans, those are a lot of veteran guys out there playing for other teams right now, and the Texans. So they have no choice but to ball out. Okay, they got Brandon Cooks over there. They got the running back that used to play for the Cardinals. What's his name? David Johnson. They got a lot of guys. Burkhead. I mean, so you can draft a lot of those guys in type of positions, get some new blood in there. So they're playing for basically their careers, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. With the Jags, that's basically a young team, a young core with a young quarterback, who I still think is going to be, Peyton Manning 2.0. Oh, yeah. Once they get somebody that can actually be a good coach. And they got DJ Shark out there. They got Marvin Jones. They got a running back. They got something to work with. They just, need some dogs. They need some players. They need some coaching. And, when you're coaches at Applebee's when you're supposed to be on the plane. You know, and it's kind of hard to, have success.
But look, that begs the question: was this a publicity stunt? Not to stay on the Jags too long, but look, you bring him in. One of his early moves is bringing in Tim Tebow and bringing him to the team. It has not looked structured the whole way through, and then you can kind of see where his head was at. It's just, I know some college coaches can come up to the pros and it can work. This just seemed doomed from the start, man.
I'm very upset. I mean, Shad Khan is. Let's just keep it real. He's the only minority owner out there. Mm-hmm. So maybe he needed to make a splash. It's just unfortunate that there are a lot of other coaches, not only that are not of color, but there are some brothers that are out there that deserve the chance. I thought would have been a great choice out there. You know what I mean? Good offensive minded coordinator, but then we get wasted opportunity with a guy who didn't even take it seriously, to be honest with you. And but I do think the name was there. And he gives you a splash, and Tebow and all of that. I do think that both things can be true. They wanted a name and they wanted it to work out, and it didn't work out. But again, it's a difference between coaching college guys who you're dangling the bag for, and coaching grown men who already have the bag. Okay,
right.
But I didn't understand. Meeting the chicken Fridays. Why y'all lost?
Right.
Yeah. I didn't get that. You there to coach football. So yeah, the Jags are trash, and they're going and their season is trash. They'll probably have the first pick in, and that sucks for them until that pick comes.
No, absolutely, and see, I just hope they don't win anymore. But like you said, that offense, they have some guys over there that can make something happen. Laviska Shenault's another one that you talked about. Solid in college. And if you give them the right situation, they can do it. Trevor Lawrence is by far better than like the last three quarterbacks the Jags have had. You go back to the Blake Bortles, you know what I mean? The Gardner Minshew days and all these guys. And albeit they all might have had a spark, but Lawrence can get the job done. I think if you watch the way he's gone, he's actually gotten better. Despite, I think a week or two ago he had like 4 picks, but other than that, he's got to the place where he's productive. He's getting the job done, and you got to build around that guy. You knew what it was going to be. It wasn't going to be all roses the first year, but But look, you see this list. Then you got the Bears on here too, because that's another team with a rookie quarterback. Where do you feel like they go?
If they would have committed to Field right off the bat, that's how you get success with young quarterbacks most of the time. You got to be decisive. I don't want to hear this. Well, we got the vet in here, and we want him to learn. Then don't play him the whole year. And I understand that Dalton got hurt, but the wave now is if you draft a first round quarterback, you play the first round quarterback. That's what you do. And I think that if you would have had more time in the offense, and they got to craft they didn't do it right. Period. When you draft a young man, you put everything around him. Oh, you can't. You don't know how to throw from the pocket. All right. Well, we're running the Josh Allen offense until we figure it out. You do what he does well, and they just get him killed. And so hopefully. They'll be able to get some draft, some linemen and stuff like that. I think Nagy is out of there though.
Oh yeah, he needs to be. I believe he needs to be gone.
I think he's up out of there, but yeah, I like Justin Fields. I think he actually did better this year than Trevor Lawrence, just in my opinion, considering.
Oh yeah.
But, neither one of them are used to losing this much.
Very true. You know what I mean? I think Trevor Lawrence might have lost maybe one game in the last two.
He lost like 4 games in his whole career in college. That's
right. And Fields didn't lose until like the Natty last year. So you absolutely right. But look, shout out some people that are watching us. Miss Denise Wilson, did the Washington team win?
I don't know, Sean. Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Did you guys? What happened?
Oh God, we didn't get the W. We didn't have hardly any players to play. Uh,
I don't want to hear about that. Nobody asked about did the players play, because they still played and they were still playing hard.
They did. They gave their all. Whoever got a chance to get out there, they gave it their all. Shout out to them. But when you're starting Garrett Gilbert, because your first two guys are out with COVID.
Whoa. Wait a minute. A year later, it was okay for us to start Garrett Gilbert. It was cool. It was cool when we were catching nails with Garrett
Cowboys, that's you. Who cares?
It was good. Y'all didn't send no sympathy cards from the Washington. No. Y'all was like, no, we're the division champs. We gonna beat y'all. We gonna sack y'all with Garrett Gilbert. Now, when y'all get Gilbert, look, it's not so funny when the joke's on you, huh?
Hey, enjoy this, okay? I'm gonna tell you that right now. Enjoy this time.
No. You enjoy it. Y'all enjoy Garrett Gilbert. Okay.
Yo, what is with this Cowboys chat, man? Sit here, preach, Jay. Get out of here. Tell him.
I'm just saying, man. When we had Garrett Gilbert, y'all didn't feel sorry for us. And we almost beat Pittsburgh with Garrett Gilbert. You thought I forgot about that. You thought I forgot. Look, Garrett Gilbert will keep you in the game, won't he? He'll keep you in the game, won't he?
Listen.
But will he win you the game, Sean?
Hey, listen.
Reporting live. Will he win you the game? No.
Hey,
no.
He gave his best shot. All right.
What happened to Heineken?
Heineken and Kyle Allen both tested positive.
Yeah.
So let's hope they get back in. Man, keep moving. Look, hey, straight up, man. This anybody on this group and they're struggling. This right here is, as we know, is littered with the top 5 picks in this group. Two teams I do want to talk about. I want to ask you about Seattle and Carolina.
I wanted Seattle to win so bad yesterday. I wanted the chaos.
They look good early.
It's sad to say, man, but I don't know. You know what? Russell Wilson is hurt, man. Mm-hmm. He's hurt. Period. I refuse to believe that Russ is this trash.
Yeah.
He's hurt, but he's not gonna say so. He gonna fall on his sword. He gonna take it. I really held out hope that they could beat the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
It's still possible. I believe, right? Like there's got to be a whole lot of losing to go on. For that 7th seed to catch 9 wins.
Right.
9 losses. I'm sorry.
Because they're going 2 games out of the last seed. The last seed has 7 losses.
Yeah. And then with Carolina, man, that defense could be sweet once J.C. Horn get back. But I don't like what I see with Cam, and I don't know if they don't allow him to throw, or Matt Rule just only believes that he can just be used for a goal line situation. But Cam is like anybody else. You just can't get him out there and be like, all right, throw a couple passes. All right, now run. That's it.
Right.
No, let him play the whole game at quarterback. Give him a pack, don't package. Give him the whole playbook.
Right.
And let him do that. But I believe that's why he's not looking nice as Chris out there. You know what I mean? He doesn't get. I guarantee you, in practice, the Cam package. All right, goal line right at the 20. This is what we're going to do. Direct snap. That's it. Wildcat. And then you can throw it sometime.
Wow.
Cam does not. Okay.
Wow.
But everyone was singing, "You better call Cam Newton." Right? Yeah.
Yes, we did sing that. And they called him. I'm glad they called him. But you're absolutely right. They need you to do that. Because even if you're not going to go with Cam, PJ Walker's not the answer. You know what I mean? And then you got Sam Darnold, Mr. Turnover, who's back. Look, you brought Cam back for a reason. Let him get on the field. But everybody overlooks that CMC loss. The fact that Christian McCaffrey has been out, he has been a blanket to Sam Darnold, Cam in his first couple games back. Even PJ Walker was decent with him. So if he's not in there, I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to say Cam sucks, but to be honest with you,
he ain't as good as he was. Let's say that
he's not as good as he was. But I do believe a younger Cam would have been able to make this work with DJ Moore and Anderson. Those guys aren't chopped liver at all.
Right.
I mean, these guys can ball. But I'm with you, man. Teams are definitely able to key on them because they don't got Christian McCaffrey. And they might want to look into the draft to add another. I know they got Chuba, but he's getting nicked up a lot.
Yeah, he is.
And they committed that money to him. And they got to figure out a way to bubble wrap him. So they need to get some big guys, or they need to get a replacement so that it keeps going. Or start him at quarterback and just straight run the Wildcat.
There it is.
Do it to himself.
You know how good he is.
Yeah.
Look, and like we said, this team has the they have the culture, they have the kind of style to win, to get them into late in the playoffs. Run the ball, play good defense. If you find yourself a quarterback, a legit quarterback that can come in there and take over the team and do enough, you look at a Carson Wentz, you look at a Mac Jones, some of these guys are coming in there not doing a lot, but they're managing and taking over. If you get that and just don't turn the ball over, this team can really do something. They went undefeated the first couple of weeks. Yes, they played the Jets and they played Jacksonville and teams that are garbage.
And they also
victories in this league.
They also played another team too.
Yes, they did.
I believe
yes, they did.
I believe kickstarted, something. But that's okay. I will tell you this, man. If Russ is not compromised, I do not want to see him as in that 7th seed.
Oh no!
Don't let Russ don't let Russell Wilson in the back door of the playoffs.
He'll do something.
He'll end up running the whole service, if you know what I mean. He will preach to everyone. Okay, he will take over the whole playoff service if you let him through the back door. All right. He'll be and be getting the collection plate when he's done. Okay, I'm telling you, Russ. Hey. I'm telling you, man. I don't. That's why I believe he's hurt.
Yeah,
or something like that, because something's not him and DK Matthews. I don't know why they're not clicking. Because they never really had a strong defense like that after the Legion of Boom, and they never really had a strong offensive line. It was just all Russell Wilson doing this Houdini, and it's not working right now.
And with thank you. With Carson being out, their main bell cow the whole season. And then, Lockett, look, him and Lockett are still, in the time that he's played, him and Lockett are still getting their connection. They're still kind of getting their numbers the best they can. But something's going on where he's not connected with Metcalf, and the running game is just too, you just don't know who's going to be back there. Rashad Penny 1 week. We already know Carson. These guys are out, and it's just kind of like, so.
Dallas is actually not a bad back. He's underrated, you know what I'm saying? Things like second year out of Miami. He can ball. Yeah. They did, like you said, they just not click. And he's been out. I don't know what was his, is this the 3rd or 4th game back?
I think it's the 3rd game back because he was out for injury for a while.
Yeah. So they got a jail, man, and time together is, we can't underestimate that. And everybody knows that more than that this year. With guys being out, COVID, whatever, it's hard.
Now, is this the year? Is this Pete Carroll's last round?
I think Pete Carroll's safe, man. Right. I think this is possibly the last year that Russell Wilson is on the team, though. I think he talked his way out of it earlier in the year, in the offseason, and then for him to perform this way, I think that there's some other teams that could be looking for his services and could use them with better offensive line. And I think if you just give him an offensive line, then Russell will be able to cook.
Yeah.
So I think he's out of there after this year. And I don't think that's a hot take.
Yeah. And Nathan's saying front office will play a factor. 9 of 11, and he also says 9 of 11 years making the playoffs. Hey, that's very true. You have Russ; he does that for you, but at the same time, time can still pass you. If you're not getting the same.
Oh, Russ is not washed.
No, not Russ. I'm talking about Pete Carroll.
Oh well, Pete Carroll, I think. Nah, I think they still. Who do you you don't have a lot of coaches with his resume out there just
very true
coming through the front door. Now I know there's a youth movement and everything like that, and you're trying to keep up with the NFC West, but
that's the only reason I would lean that direction is just because of how things are going. But we all see there's issues, there's holes that definitely need to be filled. So it's not a situation where they're doing awful because they're just awful. They're not trying. Russ has been hurt.
Well, I mean, come on, Sean. Let's call it what it is.
They are pretty bad.
You all your money to the quarterback.
Yep.
You don't have money to everything else. That ain't on Pete Carroll. He don't sign the checks.
Very true. Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and that's what happens when you commit your money to the guy, and the guy don't produce. This is what happens.
Yep.
Or he get hurt. You know, this what happens.
All those eggs in one basket. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, so we're not gonna talk about these teams. They are most likely out of the playoffs. We will go on to the front runners, ladies and gentlemen, and talk about the new teams. I apologize. I hear the echo in there. I don't know what it is. I took my headset off.
Can I say one thing? I didn't see your team on the list of teams that was. Sorry, y'all are front runners, or are you guys part
We're
of
in the hunt. We're in the hunt. There's a segment called In the Hunt.
Oh, okay. Right? My fault. I got it. I just
you didn't call my squad out like that.
I thought somebody was missing attendance, on that bus. I'm sorry. My fault, man. My fault. That was inappropriate. Wow. That was inappropriate of me. My fault.
Wow. See that? Jarrod Harmon on the show with me today, filling in for my home grill, the James brother. You see what he's doing. Hey, look. Hey, just like I told him earlier. I'm like that little kid that's going up against the big bully, and he already gets knocked down once, and he keeps coming like, I don't care. We want him.
That's what y'all want. Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Cool.
Let's go.
That's cool. Front runners.
Yes. Front runners. Yes, Ash. Not us. We will go to the NFC first, and we will talk about the top seeds. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the actual map of this is what we got. The number 1 seed at the moment, the 11-3 Packers, sitting. They have the first round bye at the moment. 3 teams currently have the tie for the second best record in the NFC at 10-4. The 2-seeded Cowboys, the 3-seeded Buccaneers, the 4-seeded Cardinals, and the 5-seeded Rams. Okay? That's an interesting little thing right there. Then you have the 8-6 San Francisco 49ers. Good defense, run the ball. That definitely helps down the stretch. And the 7-7 Minnesota Vikings under the leadership of, you like that? Mr. Kirk Cousins. Oh, I like that. How you feeling about this outside of your team? How you feeling about this playoff picture, man?
Outside of my team?
Yeah, I got to.
Outside of my team, okay. Outside of my team, that's great that these other teams are having playoffs, like seasons. That's how. What do you mean outside of my team? Okay, my team is number 2, B. What you mean? Okay, we're number 2. But I'll go like this: A-Rod and the Packers, they're riding high. They're playing good ball, but apparently they had a close game with the Ravens, who, if I look at the AFC side, don't appear to be a playoff team. Is there trouble in Green Bay because they had a close game? I don't know, but they're number 1. Okay, we'll skip over my team who actually won. But okay. So then,
who'd they beat?
We beat the Giants.
Oh, what did you say about the Giants earlier?
The Giants are not that good. Okay,
and they look like they was making Dak struggle.
Okay. And at the end of the game, I believe it was 21-6 or 3 or something like that, right?
Yes, you're right.
That means L's for them. Okay, I'm sorry that we didn't beat them 42-12. Okay, so we beat them. That's over. All right, you guys did not beat anyone last night. Yeah, every time I'm gonna do it. Okay. Now to the Buccaneers. Okay, got Tom Brady. But we got some issues, okay? We blowing out some tires here. It is unfortunate that Chris Godwin is out for the year.
That hurts.
Tough luck. Speedy recovery, my guy. Okay. Then we got Leonard Fournette, IR for the rest of the season. Hopefully he can return for the playoffs. That's also not good because he was leading receiving it. He's one of the leading backs out of the backfield catching balls over the last, couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? He leads in that category. So that means Tom Brady was leaning on him, quite a bit, a safety valve. Okay. And then you got Antonio Brown, okay, we can bring him back, but we never know what we're going to get with that. And I'm sure we don't really want to, but now they got to kind of have to now, right? Because
we got a choice now, right?
Right before it was like, no, he's not our type of guy.
We're not doing it.
We expect him to show up to practice because we need him to play wideout, right?
So they could spare it. They could be without him before because you had Evans, you had Gronk.
Evans. That's good. That's good that you mentioned Evans.
Yeah,
like he got a concussion.
Yeah.
So now things are not looking so great for Tom Brady. And last time I checked, he's not Lamar Jackson out there running with the ball. Okay. And mind you, they got shut out.
They did. It was
by the Saints. By the Saints.
But was that a divisional game now?
Yeah, by the Saints.
I understand that.
At home. Tom Brady has not got shut out in 15 years, they said. Okay? Now, when my team or when a certain team beat the Saints at home by a certain amount of number, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good that and we beat them and then we intercepted them 4 times and all that. That wasn't good enough. That wasn't a good enough win. But when my man gets shut out at home, it's just, but we move on. Okay, we move on.
It's a divisional game. All right, I got to talk to the GOAT right now.
Okay, and then the Cardinals. The Cardinals.
Hold up.
They felt like giving Christmas early.
Yo, on behalf of my guys, my Detroit Lions, we say thank you to the Cardinals. Let's take this moment to say thank you.
Christmas early.
Thank you.
Weren't it last week where they were leading? They were number 1. Now they lost to the Lions.
Wow.
And I don't care if they played the Lions at RFK.
Yeah.
You're supposed to beat them. Okay?
Supposed to win.
And they did not beat them. Okay. No. And actually, that's their second loss in a row. Okay. So then we have the 5th seed, the Rams. Okay, the Rams are, they're getting better, they're getting good, they're winning some games. The Niners are starting to look like the Niners. Okay, they're doing their thing. The Vikings had no choice. Well, they could have tied the Bears, but they didn't. So I'll give them that. Okay, but beat the Vikings. That's great. What I want to point out is this. Okay. Is that if any of these things happen to a certain team that is from Texas with blue, do you know what they would be saying about us if we lost to the Lions or if we were shut out at home by the Saints? Okay, do you know, or if we went to Baltimore,
they would say the truth. That you're kind of subpar. You have a great defense.
Is there trouble with the team? Is Dak okay? Jerry needs to stop talking so much.
Hold up.
But all these other issues. So if you want to know how I'm doing when it comes to the NFC East picture, I'm doing great. Okay, I'm feeling good right now.
Look. Fine. We've talked about Green Bay, Tampa Bay, the Cardinals, the Rams, San Francisco, and Minnesota. Talk about Dallas. I want to hear about Dallas.
Can I talk about my?
Go ahead and talk about him.
Okay. Let's go. 3 wins in a row. Thank you very much. 4 turnovers in each game. I would like to have some of that as well. Okay. Can I also introduce you or entice you into almost, wrapping up the NFC East as well in the process? Would you like some of that? Oh, and for dessert, we also have number 2 seed in the playoff race. Are you full? Are you full? Are you done?
Come on.
Okay, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I hope that we stay healthy like everybody else is staying healthy. Okay. I hope that we deal with the COVID cases real well. You know what I'm saying? And we all practice safety. Because we want everybody to be healthy out here. So that's why I got my own. I'm gonna practice not getting COVID for the team's sake. You feel me? I'm gonna do it too. Because this is what we on right here. This is what we on. All right? Safety, okay? I'm feeling good right now, son. I'm feeling really good. Really good. And then we got that barbecue chicken That barbecue chicken team, the Washington football team this Sunday, looking real good.
You heard what it is. You heard what, yeah. We know who you got this Sunday.
Y'all don't
baby. We still coming, baby.
Y'all don't want that.
I'm shooting up for
not this year. Y'all don't want it this year. Last year, y'all wanted Dallas. Y'all wanted Dallas. All y'all wanted last year. We want y'all too. We want y'all too. But no, seriously, I mean, NFC East, the NFC is obviously more competitive and has the better teams than the AFC, and that's not always been the case, right? It's mostly the AFC with the powerhouses. Now, it's getting tight. I think this year is going to add a lot more excitement because they got that 7th playoff team, and the race for the number 1 seed is on. I mean, if you got that number 1 seed, you got it at your place, and obviously I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so if we can get that in the dome, I mean, you don't want to have to play outside, but a good defense travels.
True.
And I don't know. I know it's taboo to admit. I know it pains people out there to admit, but I think the D in Dallas stands for defense, at least for right now. Would you not agree? Would you not agree with that?
Wow. I would definitely say the D.
Is there some type of rebuttal that you have that's credible to dispel what I just said?
I'm gonna say I feel like this year the D has been restored in Dallas.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fight you. Hey, look, I'll fight you if it's a legitimate fight, but I'm not gonna sit there and do that after y'all just spanked us all over that first half.
I know that was painful, Sean, and I'm here.
It was rough.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you, man. We can walk through this together.
Right. But look, no matter how much pain it was watching that game, it was nothing like coming on this daggone show.
I've been eager to talk football these last 2 weeks, to be honest with you. Real eager.
I noticed that, but there was a couple weeks you was missing.
No, there was never a week where I was missing. I was there.
November was a quiet month for you, though.
No, right? I don't remember those times. I sent some emojis. I liked the broadcast.
Right. From a distance, right?
I said some things. I contributed.
Shout out to Janae watching. Said, remember the last time Sean said we won Dallas? Yeah, we remember. Saying Wendy said, yep, just like Janae said.
Yes.
Brandon said, here comes the Jerry Jones bandwagon fan club.
Hey, come on. There's plenty of seats. Jerry ain't gonna turn nobody away.
No. Oh, no. But like you said, hey, the NFC definitely is balling out this year with 3 teams that are 10-4, and having the current team, the Green Bay Packers, is the best team in the league, best record at least. Mm-hmm. We can go over to the AFC, where the number 1 seed is the Kansas City Chiefs at 10-4. Number 2 is the New England Patriots, 9-5. 9-5 at the number 3 seed is Tennessee, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, the Chargers, and Buffalo. Do the rest of the list at 4, 5, 6, and 7, all at 8 and 6. And the crazy part is, this thing is so up in the air with all these teams, with the exception of maybe KC. The rest of these teams are within a game of each other.
Man, you're exactly right, Sean. It's up in the air, man. This is a true playoff right here. True playoff. I can't tell you anybody can rise up in here and get it done, in my opinion, for the exception of the Patriots, in my opinion. Yeah. And I know that's like, I just think that you got to have a little bit more on offense.
Yeah.
It can't be, and I know everybody's like, you can't talk because you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. Your offense has been trashed. Here's the thing: we at least got the weapons.
True.
Okay.
Very true.
McDaniels and Belichick are doing a phenomenal coaching job on offense.
Exactly.
With manufacturing wins, and I really do think they got exposed when they played the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Colts defense is opportunistic. They get sacks. They're at the top of the league as far as takeaways, and they got a good run game. They got the best running back in the league right now, Jonathan Taylor. And they keep it out of Wentz's hands, and the more you do that, he can hit you with the play action. So I think they gave a formula on how to beat the Patriots, and my boys were able to do that as well.
Barely, but I digress.
But it did happen. It did happen in New England, by the way, where they.
Oh God.
But the Chiefs are number one, and that's familiar. But I do not feel confident. They're not winning the Super Bowl this year, and I would be surprised if they even go.
So you're not one of the people that jumped back on once they started winning again.
Nah, I'm not jumping back on. And the Chargers game was everything I needed to see to know that that's not going to happen. They you know how there's the old veteran teams that have been there before. They can just kind of beat those teams that are just trying to get their legs together. That's what that was. The Chargers, they could have put them away. The team that would see the Bucks, if they were playing the Bucks, would have put them away. If they were playing the Packers, I believe the Packers would have put them away. If and when we get another shot at the Chiefs, I think we would have put them away as well. Not right now.
Yeah, you got to get a touchdown first.
Right. But our defense is better than all the ones that I just mentioned, so it would have been a lot worse. But what I will say is that I just don't feel confidence in the Chiefs. And I think if you get a good team that can play some defense and run the ball, and run it down your throat to the 1 yard line and then run it in there too. Because I think that's what it's going to be. I think the team who has an inside stadium on the AFC that out of these teams.
Oh wow, Indianapolis,
right? Only that time, and that's and they're not gonna get a home game. So the game is going to be outside, right? Whoever's got that run game and defense in the AFC is going to win that division. Is going to represent them in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. And listen, I think honestly, Indianapolis, like I've talked about, the Colts, I think they are maybe a true big league quarterback like an Aaron Rodgers and Brady away from them because they have the defense like we talked about, very opportune, just like you mentioned. And then we all know Jonathan Taylor, especially with Derrick Henry being hurt and who might come back pretty soon. Jonathan Taylor has definitely taken over the throne as the top rusher in the league. And, as long as you get that running game working, as long as you're able to have Wentz not make any mistakes, I don't say that they can win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl this year, but I do think they can make a run because they are built for this time of the year.
I will say this. If and when Derrick Henry comes back and he's 100 and he can go, then I'm rocking with the Titans.
Really?
For the AFC. I just think they can buzzsaw their way through the playoffs. They got Julio Jones and AJ Brown, Derrick Henry. Tannehill is much like Carson Wentz, in my opinion. Get the ball out of his hands as much as possible, and he can maximize, some play action, and then they play good defense.
True. That's
it. And a lot of these teams, they've had their number. You know what I mean? So they're not scared of the Chiefs. They're not scared of the Bills. You know what I mean? They're not scared of the Colts. They're not scared of the Patriots. You know what I mean? And they will travel to your stadium to beat you. But that's only if they got Derrick Henry, though.
Oh yeah, no,
only because when you're running the ball, you run the clock,
right?
And he's the best runner in the game. And so when you run the clock and you take the ball away, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I think that's going to play a huge factor. But look, this is a team that, and this is a team Janae and I talk about all the time that actually is the biggest shocker to me. Buffalo, 8-6 to 7 seed. Did you see this coming, or are you shocked? I mean, they're a disappointment to me right now. I don't know what to expect from these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a disappointment. At the beginning of the season, they were supposed to be one of the top seeds. Now they're hanging on to a playoff spot. I think they got to get back to the basics and the things that they do well. I know that they had, they got Stephon Diggs and they got Beasley, and they want to kind of be multiple in their offense, throw it around here, do it that. They need to get back to running Josh Allen again. Because it's about that time. I know they're missing Tre'Davious White. I know that hurts bad because he can just erase another team's wideout. But I can't. Again, the only team that I'm looking at that can really throw the pill like that is going to be either the Bengals or the Chiefs and the Chargers. Everybody else is kind of ground and pound play action style. type of play. But yeah, it's a disappointment. I can't explain it what was going on. I mean, they got out coached when they got played at home, and when you play in Buffalo in December, it's not time to throw it to Stephon Diggs. It's time to run the rock and play defense.
Right.
And you should know that. Now, you can throw that thing when you go to somebody else's home. When you play in Baltimore, you need to act accordingly. I mean, not Baltimore. When you play in Buffalo, you need to act accordingly. And it was very ironic that the Patriots beat them to the punch on that. But the Patriots, I think there's a little bit of psychological big brother there. I just think that
yeah, it's like, look, you had your year a year ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But we've been doing this for the last couple of years.
We're gonna figure this out. We got y'all. Y'all know what y'all doing. I don't know, Sean. I can't tell you what's going on with Buffalo. I can tell you what they need to do to get right, and that's to get back doing basics with Josh Allen, using his leg, getting them out of the pocket, RPOs. You know what I mean? Running the ball.
Yes,
and it starts with there, and it starts with the trenches. And if you can't win in that, you are toast.
Yes,
especially in Buffalo, it's cold. It is cold. You would not use.
So this time of the year too.
Man, what? An actual rock out there,
right? And at this moment, and the thing is, at this moment, like you said, you alluded to it, Big Brother. They're playing the Patriots. They're scheduled to play the Patriots.
They don't want that matchup at all.
No.
So that they can't be feeling good right now about that. It's like, all right, grind hard to make the playoffs to play the Patriots.
We're like, But now look, so we have these teams and we see this. Look, all this stuff can change. There's still 3 games left to go in the season. There are also some teams that are in the hunt, and sticking with the AFC. Like I said, between every other team that's not the Kansas City Chiefs, they're within a game of each other, and it does not stop just with the teams that are in the playoffs. The last remaining 5 teams are within another game of the last seed. Baltimore, like you mentioned earlier, ground and pound defense, 8-6. Then you have Pittsburgh, Las Vegas, Miami, Cleveland, and Denver, all at 7-7, technically still very much in this hunt, kind of like you had last year. Is there anybody out of this group that you think is gonna take that step?
Man, yeah, it's not over.
I agree.
It is not over for at least playoff teams 5 through 7, and maybe actually all the way up to 4. Matter of fact, yeah, I think I can see Baltimore still hanging in there, especially if Lamar can get back soon. I'm not ready to quit on Pittsburgh yet, especially with this being Big Ben's possible last hurrah. The Raiders are still there somehow. Miami's been playing really, really good ball as of late.
7 straight.
Cleveland is done and Denver is done, though.
Yeah. After that loss this week with Cleveland,
yeah.
And they got Green Bay next week, so yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland and Denver are toast. I think Miami.
They got New Orleans.
They need some help. Miami needs some help. They need some losses. They need some losses, but and they can get it though.
Buffalo plays New England this week.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not as confident in Vegas anymore. I know I had said I was maybe like 30 seconds ago, but no. They toast too. So yeah, Baltimore, Pitt, and Miami is the ones I feel that are actually truly still in the hunt. Cleveland, Denver, and Vegas, they can get ready for the new year early.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. Miami, I definitely am with, and Pittsburgh just for the same reason you said. Denver, Cleveland out. Las Vegas, I think Las Vegas is going to usurp Baltimore for a shot in the playoffs. Baltimore.
How so? I mean, they're both in competitive divisions,
right? I know it, and that it's going to be. See, the problem is
what? Give me something. I want to hear this, man. What do the Raiders have that makes you think they can get in the playoffs right now?
Who they have to play.
Okay. They have a game. Look, right now they got to play against the Colts
and I believe they got one more divisional game that they got to play.
They got the Colts.
They got Denver this week. They got the Colts. I mean, if they can pull out a victory, because look, I love the Colts, but the Colts are not invincible.
But that Denver game's a division game.
Right. I think they could get this W because look, and with everything that's happened with the Raiders this year, Derek Carr is still balling out.
No.
You need to look at these stats.
I said no. I don't want to look at any stats. I don't.
Why not? If he's still getting the job, look. If we're talking, okay. So if we're talking yards in the air and we're putting it up in there, he's still doing that. He put 36 on your boys. So
do we have time to go there? Do we?
Talk to me.
Okay. So let me break down when he played us. Okay, he got the benefit of penalties, a lot of penalties. Okay,
4 on the same guy.
Yeah, a lot of penalties.
Who is that? Is that on the refs or is that on the coach saying, "Hey, look, they're coming after you"?
I'm telling you the straight facts, man.
I understand what you're telling me, but that sounds like stats, just like
I don't get no. He did not beat us. Okay, he did not.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Derek Carr is a B, A, B, C, D level. He's a B level quarterback. I'll give him.
Okay, I agree with you.
And I guess yes, he's done good considering what has happened this year.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I am not confident in nothing that he got going on for the rest of the year. Is Darren Waller back?
No.
I don't got him being able to put the team on his back like that without Darren Waller. Okay,
he's kept them relevant without Darren Waller in the game.
Okay, but look who they played last. They played a Baker Mayfield, and the Browns
still in the hunt.
Okay, they had Cubans and
the Browns needed a W.
Okay, the Browns wasn't even a team and they almost lost. They had to walk off the Browns, and the Browns had some scabs playing for them last night.
I believe you.
I'm not disputing that they're not dominant. Zero confidence in the Raiders. No. Now, Lamar Jackson. Okay, when he gets back, I had which quarterback do you have more confidence in? Lamar Jackson.
I'm gonna tell you. After that last game, I almost have more confidence in Tyler Huntley than I do in Lamar Jackson.
Not
long term, but as playing right now, Huntley's playing good.
I'll give you that, and I'll take Huntley over Derek Carr right now.
Yeah, but all time, regular, I definitely take Lamar over Carr. But Carr, man, he can ball, man.
I'm not saying he's dookie. I'm just saying that I am not confident that he's going to get them to the playoffs over Baltimore or over Pittsburgh or anybody else that's in that 7th seed. And when they play Denver, that's a division game. Mm-hmm. We're going to be ready. Vic Fangio going to be ready for him. We're going to have that defense ready. Now, I understand Andrew Locke is nothing to write home about, but he can still do some things.
Oh, shoot. So speaking of teams that about to take an L this coming week, let's go ahead and move on to the NFC, ladies and gentlemen, because my guy talks about his team. There's some other teams that are in the hunt, ladies and gentlemen, and one of those teams is wearing that burgundy and that gold, baby.
Wait a minute. This is hilarious.
Washington, Philly, and New Orleans both tied at 7-7. Washington and Atlanta both tied at 6-8. Still in there, baby.
I just feel like the NFC East in the hunts are more pathetic than the AFC. I feel like the struggle is more realer.
Right. And the thing is, and they had to have seen it before the season because they definitely have us pinballing each other.
Oh,
we got to face y'all. Then we got to face Philly again and the Giants. Y'all got who? Y'all got Arizona this week, right? Or
now we got you guys this week.
So you got to be outside of us, and then you got Arizona.
Yeah.
Feel good about that. And then you got Philly, right?
Who? And then Philly?
Don't you end with Philly?
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't matter. That you're not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I guess so. I mean,
So outside of, you see the top 5 are pretty far ahead of the rest of the pack.
Oh yeah.
So after you got 8 and 6 in San Francisco, but Minnesota, Philly, New Orleans, all 7 and 7, and Washington, Atlanta, all 6 and 8. What do you think for those last spots?
I mean, the teams are very much in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's already playoff ball. I mean, and it was for the AFC teams that we was talking about before. But again, I just can't help but feel like it's a little bit more tighter here. It's a little bit more dramatic, especially because a lot of these teams are playing division teams, right? I mean, I don't know. COVID is a huge factor.
Yep.
Health is a huge factor, but with all that it being said, I don't know, man. I think it stays as is. I think I'm gonna roll with Minnesota being able to hold on to that last spot.
Yeah.
I think they'll be able to do it.
I gotta agree with you because I don't trust Philly, because they, all intents and purposes, they still struggled against us, and we had a lot of guys out with COVID. I love their running game is legit. They're doing their thing, and Devontae Adams is great as receivers. Now they finally started running Miles Sanders again.
Mm-hmm.
He's been definitely balling out for them, but I just don't trust them fully as a team. Definitely don't trust New Orleans. I'm realistic about us. I don't trust us. And if we don't win this week, I'm looking at that 10th pick like, all right, see y'all next year. Being honest with it. I talked a big game, and I already know. But this game is going to be very, very important. But yeah, I don't have as much confidence in those AFC teams, like you said. I think the struggle is definitely realer because we need a whole lot of help from a whole lot of people. And at the same time, look, San Francisco and Minnesota, I think they just play better games in the playoffs than any of these 4 on the bottom. I just think we might get blown out if we win.
I don't think it's impossible for San Francisco to drop a game or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I think it's pretty set, man. And I would be a little concerned if, I guess, New Orleans made the playoffs because they actually have a good defense. And if I'm not saying Taysom Hill is a good quarterback, but he could be a handful to prepare for. But they're probably not going to make the playoffs. So,
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. I think this is like I said. I think it's pretty set. What it is, maybe San Francisco switches with Minnesota or something like that in seeding. But yeah, I technically for this week and this week only, you got these teams are in the hunt, and then I think it's time to go fishing after that.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. And the AFC playoff picture is definitely a lot more entertaining. And I can say that because my team's not in the AFC. My team is down here, and this stinks.
Yeah.
So, hey, we are going to go ahead and move on, ladies and gentlemen. All of this stuff, all the things that we are talking about, up in the air. We don't really know what can happen. At the end of the day, hey, some of this stuff could really be blown up, especially in the AFC. But we got to move on to that one of those favorite segments of the show.
That make me crazy. Yeah. Does that make me crazy? Ladies and gentlemen. And with my guy here, the guest host, Mr. Jarrod. I'm going to give him the first one. Jarrod, what you got, man?
Man, I'm going to tell you what right now.
Uh-oh.
It might make me crazy, but I don't care. Cowboys are going to end up getting the number 1 seed in the NFC East playoffs in the 2021 playoffs.
What? That make me crazy.
Yes, it does. Makes
you
crazy.
Yeah, you heard it here first, and that's how I feel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You knew that was coming. You knew.
Oh, I didn't know it was coming.
You knew.
Now, and obviously, you should then know what's coming next. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what week it is. We want Dallas. I wouldn't be Sean Spencer, and this wouldn't be Let's Talk Football if I didn't come at you the right way.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we might not have our quarterbacks. Yeah, we might not have some of our running backs. But we have the secret weapon. The man that played for the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Garrett Gilbert. And if you believe in miracles in this Christmas season, Washington will upset the Dallas Cowboys. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
Let's go.
Okay.
I believe. Let's go. Woo! I'm ready. What you got? What you got?
Yes. I think it is safe to say that there is some level of hysteria in what you just said. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's okay. I mean, you sure you feel this way, Sean?
Oh,
like
I
you
feel
just
good.
gotta,
Oh yeah.
You gotta act like or not, like you're not just saying this to be adversarial, like you sure fire believe and
look. The great Jimmy Johnson once said, when you ever go up against a big gorilla, you don't ever hit him lightly. You hit him with everything you got. Now, what he didn't say is after that, if the gorilla still smashes you, well, you did the best you could. All right?
man, when you said the secret weapon, I thought you were gonna say COVID. You know, yeah. I was gonna
Hey, as you've seen, we specialize in that too.
No, but speedy recovery to everyone who may have been affected by it and everything like that. But yeah, that does make it crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, one more. What you got, man?
One more?
Yeah.
I got to do another. I have to say something outlandish again. Okay. Here we go. Jonathan Taylor will win the NFL MVP award this year.
Oh,
that make me crazy.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't think that makes you crazy, man.
You don't think it's that crazy?
But look, I do think it's crazy because we all know the award is a quarterback award, and you got the likes of Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers, and it's probably gonna go to one of those guys.
Right.
But if they didn't give it to my man Derek last year, I don't think, personally, as a running back, I don't think it's crazy because I'm like, yeah, we need that award. But yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. It's
it's kind of crazy. He's probably like third, right?
Yeah.
Third right now. Maybe fourth.
Yo, shout out to my guy, Nathan Snell said the Baltimore Ravens will win 2 of 3 games and make the playoffs. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
You know what? I didn't want to do it, but since you want to come here and comment, I'm going to stick with what I said. Ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore Ravens will not make the playoffs. Not only will they not, but the Las Vegas Raiders will stand in their spot. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
See what happens.
We discussed it. I mean,
I know it.
It's not that far-fetched. They're only one game away. I mean, that's not much of a stretch there. That's, I mean, that's cool.
It is. Yeah, you're right.
But yes, there is a level of crazy there, though.
The way with everything that's happened. Yo, listen.
Truly, that yes, got everybody kind of crazy right now.
Yo, straight up, we're coming to the very end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I gotta take a minute and thank my guy Jarrod Harmon for stepping in for Janae's brother. You know, I see he didn't get the memo about the attire in the background. It's supposed to be all Washington, but
I got it.
Dallas.
The memo was to talk football. That was the attire. So I wore that. I wore my talk football attire.
But you know how we end the show, man. And if you don't know, we do this segment called The Down and Dirty, ladies and gentlemen, where we just try to focus on something that, might have to do with football, might not have to do with football, but just tells, a little bit something about how we feel and maybe what's on our mind. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree, but this is just kind of like our little 2 cents, man. So, Jarrod, I'm going to go ahead and start. My Does That Make Me Crazy? Christmas is this week, ladies and gentlemen. And in this time, man, you've already seen COVID has ravaged the NFL. COVID has ravaged America. We know what it is. Be safe, guys. If you can, wherever you stand on the getting tested, vaccinated, whatever, what have you, main priority at this time of the year is safety. We all got to be safe in getting tested and getting things that we need so that we are able to go visit with family. I had COVID over Thanksgiving, wasn't able to visit my family, and it was just one of the most awkward and just weird feelings because I'm such a family guy and I'm always around them. So it was just something that was really rough. So I made a point that I was definitely going to be able to be around my family for Christmas and things like that. But there's still a lot of people that are going through that either with COVID or just with, lost a family member just by other reasons. This might be the first year without them. Or they can't visit them because, and I don't know if you tried to go out and get a test, but it's so hard to get a test, and a lot of people, you can't travel, you can't go to certain places without a test. So just, hey, man, just do whatever you can, reach out, try to be there the best you can, but stay safe, take care of yourself, do whatever is needed to make sure that we're all being taken care of, guys, because this thing isn't going away until we got to come together and take care. And at this holiday season, man, I just want all y'all to be good going into the new year. So check that out, man. That's me. What you got, Jarrod?
Man, I echo those sentiments exactly. Definitely stay safe this holiday season. Mm-hmm. I would say this down and dirty, in addition to staying safe and your family, take time to tell the ones that you love them. Give them their flowers, send a text message, send the DMs, give the call, leave the voicemail, do the duo or whatever the video chat that you have, and take time to connect with those that you love and let them know how much they matter to you, because you never know if you'll be able to have that opportunity. You certainly want to maximize that opportunity when you have them. Also, on another note, if you don't have anything that you're doing at 8 o'clock on the 23rd, which would happen to be 2 nights before Christmas and tomorrow at 8 o'clock, your boy, DJ J Red, I'm going to put the shades back on. I will be hosting and DJing a Xmas Jam 2021 holiday Christmas songs and mix on Zoom.
Yes.
You can follow me on Instagram at JRED, JEYEDD, and JAYREDD on Facebook to get the link for tomorrow. If you are decorating your tree, stuffing, stockings, sipping on eggnog, having a good time with your family, come on and log in with your family and your boy and have a family fun time. Listen to some sounds and some mixes for Xmas Jam 2021. All right, be there.
Oh yeah. I like that. We'll definitely get that link out to y'all because y'all need to check that thing out. Yo, so I got shout out my guy. Shout out my guy J Red. I appreciate you coming in last minute, short notice.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You are always welcome on the show for sure.
I appreciate you having me, man. Y'all gave me the call. It was nothing, man. I had to do it. It was fun.
I like that. Yo, and ladies and gentlemen, he will definitely be on the show coming, especially in the playoffs. And if you don't know, I'm gonna repost it. At the beginning of the year, this man went out on his limb and he said it. He said Dallas is going to the chip. They're going all the way from the Hall of Fame game. I'm gonna jinx the heck out of it.
Don't try to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just let it happen.
Right.
Let it do a thing. Just let it do a thing. Let it happen, and then later. But right now, yeah.
Right.
Really good.
Despite that L they about to take this weekend.
No fair. No fair. I hope we beat you by 48. If it's, I don't care if it's 2-0.
Right.
That's all we good. Okay, that's how I feel.
On an unrelated note, if Washington does happen to lose, the show will be canceled.
Look. I don't blame you because I'm gonna be ready to talk some football.
Wow. Nathan's talking about Quincy Carter.
No, wow. That was hateful, Nate. That was hateful.
Suck it in. See
that
was. He said, I need to get that one in there.
Wow. We big man out there, huh? Just Quincy Carter. We just throwing out plays, huh? Man, I'm not going to engage in that with y'all.
No,
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Wow. Yeah. So, hey, we got to let you go because that's a whole nother topic right there. You see what you did to my man, Nate.
Wow.
Good gracious. Hold up.
Woo.
No, he didn't. Do we
Do
need to leave the show on that?
I like what you got.
There you go.
Too. He just randomly threw him out there. That's all. That's it. I mean, Patrick Ramsey.
Right.
Hey,
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? It's, Gus Rocks. I mean, we can say some names too. I don't. That just Quincy Carter. I ain't heard that name in a while.
Been a minute. Been a minute.
Hey, I just said, man, that's okay. That's all right. We are still them boys. This is what we bring out in people. I understand that. That's okay. That's okay. Woo, Quincy.
Ladies and gentlemen, for me, Sean Spencer, my guy over here, Mr. Jarrod Harmon. Jarrod. Yo, you know what it's been.
Yeah.
This is Let's Talk Football, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with you next week. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Hey, you know how we're going to end it.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The Lions.